Life, as they say, is a journey, and along this journey, there will be highs and lows. Sometimes everything seems to be going in the right direction for you, and you might even feel like you just won the lottery. Other times, you realize that life just sucks and is filled with more BS than you could ever imagine. Each situation, choice, and second of life is like a test. This has led many to believe that they have to learn from their own experiences. It is said that a wise man learns from the experience of people. He carefully observes their decision-making process and actions and avoids doing the things that put them in trouble. Each moment of your life should be filled with observation and learning. It's the easiest and most effective way to reduce the mistakes you can possibly make. It puts you easily among the 1% and ahead of the remaining 99%. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ambestlie. We are here to give you the most informative yet entertaining videos. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the 10 life lessons that men learn too late in life. These lessons will provide you with an insight into the best way to live a fulfilled and successful life. Let's dive right in. Number 10. Do what you love and love what you do. Your work is an important part of your life, so you should make sure to choose it carefully. For example, imagine a man who loves construction, then suddenly finds himself as a programmer due to his higher salary position. He's doing something he doesn't love and surely won't enjoy. The work will seem too tedious for him at times as compared to someone who actually loves programming. This is a common mistake made by people when looking for a job. They only focus on the money they would be getting and not on how passionate they are about such a job or role. A job that you love doing will be far easier for you. You will even see yourself going the extra mile just because of how much you love the job. Most men choose the careers or skills that their friends or other people like because that may seem like the cool thing at the time. But if you don't have any passion for something, how do you expect to be good at it? To cut the long story short, never choose instant gratification over actually pursuing your passion. It will always lead to dissatisfaction, and many men end up realizing this later in their life. Number 9. Have an open heart. An open heart can be the key to everything and anything you desire. Whether it is love, friendship, or even a better relationship with your family, you need to open up your heart. Relationships are full of ups and downs. They may be exciting one minute, and the next they are painful and seem to put a lot of stress on you. Many men prefer to present themselves as this cold and distant person with closed hearts because they don't want to deal with the negatives of relationships. This doesn't help them the way they think it does. Instead, it closes the door to most of the fun and happiness in their life, leaving them as sad and depressed wretch. So next time, be open, vulnerable, and honest. Approach everything with an open heart and be willing to get hurt. These experiences will help you to grow and mature faster into a complete man. Number 8. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. As you might have heard a couple of times, learning is a process that goes on throughout your entire life, regardless of where you are. Learning is an important part of any man's life, no matter his age or education level. Some believe that learning starts and ends in school. However, this is not true in any way. Even in a professional career, you continue to learn no matter your position. Along the journey of life, you learn some things and they stick to you. Later, you learn that some of the things you have learned are not particularly correct, which is what I mean by unlearning. Then, you discover new and better ways to do a particular thing or to live your life, which is what I mean by relearning. In other words, knowledge itself is not stagnant. Why then should you choose to stop learning? Only one thing comes to mind: laziness. By continuing to learn, you can keep up with the changes going on around you and open your mind to a wealth of possibilities. There's always something new to learn, or even something old to relearn. The world is huge, and there are so many things to explore. The moment a man thinks he has learned everything is the moment his mind truly starts to die. Number 7. Everything is temporary. When I say this, some people may think I'm referring to only the bad times. However, when I say everything is temporary, I mean everything. be it good or bad times. When your life is going very well and it looks like everything is going smoothly, don't go off and forget who you are. Instead, enjoy it and be grateful. Similarly, when you are down, lay low and get through tough situations like a man. It is important to note that no matter how bad a situation may seem, it isn't going to remain like that forever. Many people react to their friends and family based on the situation they are in at the moment. If things are going well, they seem overly friendly with everyone. But once things seem to go south, they start sulking and seem cold to everyone. So never let your emotions control you. Instead, keep yourself grounded no matter the situation. Number 6. Think for yourself. As humans, we have to understand that we are unique and independent. As such, everyone should be solely responsible for making his own decisions. Except children, of course. Even kids become responsible for their lives as they grow into adults. If you've lived long enough, you'll realize that people love telling you what to do all the time. They tell you what they expect of you and how you should live and think. Do not let their expectations control you. Instead, you should learn to take control of your life, your thoughts, and your actions. Now, that doesn't mean you should not listen to advice. You should listen, but always know that the final decision rests solely in your hand. Number 5. Be flexible and adaptable. If you ask anyone that's far older than you, they'll tell you how important it is to be flexible and adapt to different situations that come your way. Life's full of potholes, and things may not always go your way. For example, you may want to go to an Ivy League school, but you eventually get admitted into another school that's equally good, but not an Ivy League school. You may decide not to go, as you feel that's not in line with what you want, and that's good. It shows that you are determined to get what you want. However, you must also be willing to change your stance, because it might lead to better opportunities than you would have had with an Ivy League school. Whatever decision you're taking should be objective and not one-sided because you want a particular thing. Life's much more complicated. You can't continue to see things as either black or white. It's much more complicated than that. Learn to compromise and adapt to different situations. Number 4. Life is not fair. It's no secret that life doesn't always give us what we expect or even what we deserve. Everyone was born with a different set of cards. Some were born rich and able to explore numerous opportunities, while others were born into poor families with limited opportunities. Either way, life is never fair. You must learn that life in itself is unfair, and the responsibility to craft out something of your life rests solely on you. As Robert Louis Stevenson said, life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well. It simply means that in life, the way to success is not to have the best cards, but to play your cards well, no matter the situation. So stop complaining and start doing. At the end of the day, remember chess, not checkers. Number 3. Learn to take risks. If you want to chase happiness and fulfillment in life, start by chasing the uncomfortable. Try to take a look at the most successful people today and notice what is the common denominator amongst them. They took risks. Yes, those risks that you're afraid to take. The comfort zone that you're afraid to leave. Many people hope to succeed by just doing the things everyone else does. However, no one truly achieves success by doing what everyone does. Everything worth having in life comes with some sort of risk. Whether it be dating or quitting your 9-to-5 to start a higher paying career, most things worth having in life come by taking risks. At the end of the day, the choice is in your hands. So, you either take the risk and live up to it, or avoid it and carry on living a mediocre life. Number 2. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is your personal choice, and only you have the power to make yourself happy. Most of your happiness comes from yourself. So do not expect someone to come into your life to make you happy. If you begin to focus more on your own happiness rather than putting all your focus on other people, you will naturally find yourself happy. It has been discovered that this is one of the major reasons why relationships come to an end. Both parties in the relationship expect the other person to make them happy, which is entirely wrong. You are responsible for 99% of your happiness. Always remember that you choose to be happy or not. It's a mindset that you need to master as you continue your life's path. Number 1. Your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. One of the most important life lessons is the importance of your mind to your life. You are the reason for most of what's happening in your life. You cannot blame your failures on anyone. Most times, your way of thinking determines if you are a winner or a loser. Learn to train your mind to be your best friend, as it is the single greatest influence in your life. Your mind is going to be with you for the rest of your life. Be it through the good times or the bad times, your mind is always there. Some think very low of themselves, and their mind reflects their insecurities back at them, leading them to live a life devoid of happiness. When you think of yourself in the right way, your mind reflects this back at you and gets you going in life no matter the situation. You should learn to make your mind your biggest fan. Most successful men have learned to do this, and it has impacted their life tremendously. Remain a student for life. Continue to learn, and greatest of all, learn to own your mind and not the other way around. Remember, life is a complex journey, and only those that have the necessary skills can succeed. Learn to apply these 10 lessons that most men learn too late in life, and watch as your life improves. So there you have it. Which of these life lessons do you currently implement in your life? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more great tips. Thanks for watching, and see you soon on the next video.